between him and the presidency of President Bush?
You know, I tell you frankly, I go out there and I talk to folks, average, regular Americans on the street. They're just so tired of this tired talking point that the Democrats have been playing, trying to link Senator McCain to President Bush, and it's just not working. People get it, that he's an independent, strong voice out there. He's had the courage over the years, Senator McCain, of confronting his own party, confronting his own president. He's always put the best interest of the country first and foremost. They understand that. They realize that. So him being able to say that in a very straightforward way to Senator Obama last night, I'm not President Bush. You should have run against him 4 years ago.
Was that effective?
It was extremely effective. It was one of the great lines of the debate last night. He put that to bed, and I think the Democrats have to find something else that they need to talk about, because that's not going to keep working anymore. The one thing that I would like to talk about also is the fact that he did take advantage of that debate last night to be able to talk about one of the things that Hispanics in the United States really need to be cognizant of, and that's the fact that Senator Obama and the Democrats have strongly opposed the free trade agreement with our best friend and ally in Latin America, and that's Colombia. And it's beside me. I don't understand how they can actually rationalize that position, other than the fact that it's the unions in the United States that are forcing their hand and trying to push something so that they can be relevant again. And unfortunately, they've chosen Colombia as to take hostage in this process. Our best friend and ally in the region, who's made so much progress. President Uribe and his administration have made so much progress over the years on so many important issues. We need to stand with them, not just from an economic perspective, but also from a geopolitical perspective. If you look at that neighborhood down in South America, we need to stand by a strong ally.
Lorena, even though we acknowledge...
Can I just add one very brief thing?
Yes.
Very briefly, what it demonstrates is the fact that Senator Obama, his campaign, and the Democratic Party gives so much more weight, so much more important to their union base than to true reforms, truly supporting allies. They'd rather get their back to our greatest ally and cause really geopolitically instability in Latin America. They're not able to see past their own short-term political base necessities.
Did McCain do what he needed to do? I mean, this was considered like one of the last chances he had, really,
I think
to turn the
McCain
table.
did a very good job last night. I think if you look at it just from a boxing perspective, I think Senator Obama won on sort of the charisma appearance piece, but Senator McCain won on points. I think he was able to go out there and he talked about those things.
Did he change the table?
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens among the electorate. What he did do, he talked about those mainstream issues that people care about. He talked about controlling government spending. He talked about individual freedoms. He talked about government reforms. But he also was able to raise doubts on this other candidate, Senator Obama, who people still don't know. The other thing that I would add is Senator Obama's plan. I agree. It's smoke and mirrors. It doesn't add up. It just doesn't add up. And when he does talk about his plan, it's literally smacks of socialism. It smacks of redistribution of wealth. It talks about going to and a company that makes when a company that makes $250,000 is not a large business. Wait, let me finish my point. Let me finish my point. $250,000 company is not a large business. Most of the jobs that come out of this country come from small businesses. Most of the small businesses in this country are folks that are able to get out there and start a business, get out there and actually hire jobs, create the wealth that's in this country. That's what we need to be able to stimulate. That's what we need to be able to sort. We don't tax. We cannot tax the job creation engine that's of this country, and that's small businesses. We cannot do it. That's a cornerstone disaster. Look, our right to vote is one of our most precious franchises that we have in this country. We need to be able to make sure that the process itself is fair and appropriate. Having Acorn go out there and register dead people, 7-year-old girls, put names of football players on there, actually buying people off by giving them money or cartons of cigarettes, that's not part of the process that we...
Well, if they cannot
but if they do, when they do go in there, and if they are registered, and if they're able to actually cast that ballot, it's going to take a long time to actually be able to really
cast a ballot? Because I would like a clarification. Can they really cast a ballot if they don't have an ID that proves it?
It's damaging to the process. This is exactly the wrong thing to do at the wrong time. We need to be able to have a fair and equitable process. What I would love to hear Senator Obama say clearly in public is the fact that we cannot take the right to vote in this country cavalierly. We need to be able to respect that franchise, and for him to call on Acorn to stop these fraudulent activities. If he has any respect for the process, he would come out today and repudiate those actions in a very public, very clear way. He hasn't done that yet.
Lorena,